And welcome back to another, little fitness update for you guys here on the podcast. So this is a little quick cast, but first and foremost, before I jump too far into anything, I do want to shout out. It's about that time of year where I start shouting out for Fathers Polos. For Fathers has been a long time partner of the podcast, long time friend of the show, and they are doing just some amazing things over at Forefathers. So I want to shout them out. I want you to look at this beauty, just this absolute beauty of these polos. They are the fresh, they're dadisms, 1776 still lit, midnight, full court green, daylight, birdie, so golf theme, happy hour, rise and grind, girl dad, boy dad, level up, video games, everything you could think of in between. Basketball, football, politics, dog dad, daddy and son polos. Like these are just elite, 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 elite. Super cool, big bro, big sis. Just you can't beat it. You can't beat Forefathers, and you can't beat the price with the code Young Dad. That's YOUNGDAD. You absolutely can't beat the price after that 20% discount right there. It is just it's unbeatable. It's unbeatable. So with that, let's jump into my update. So we're in week 4, 6, maybe, and we're trucking along. We're showing up every day, which is the first and foremost the most important part, and that's exactly what we want to do. I want to make sure we're showing up first and foremost every single day, putting in that work. And this last week was a bit of a grind. A bunch of new workouts, a bunch of workouts that I was honestly a little intimidated with. Honestly intimidated with because I hadn't touched a barbell in so long. They were different parts of the gym, so I kind of got uncomfortable doing the workouts that were originally assigned. And you can't make progress in your comfort zone. That's the biggest thing here. And so just mentally getting through that and then slogging along with work and day in, day out, it is always difficult here. And so it the most important part, the biggest win is showing up. The biggest part of anything, work, life, everything is just showing up. You show up for yourself, you show up for your kids, you show up for the things that you commit to. That's our biggest part as dads, especially. We just show up. So now we started, 4 to 6 weeks ago. I'm down a little bit of weight, gained a lot of strength. I'm a bit happier, healthier. Honestly, going to the gym has been honestly one of the things I look forward to most every day is just going to the gym to be able to honestly de-stress, relax, and get some of that excess stressful energy out. And that is just been so important. It's exactly what I needed, honestly, to get myself into gear. And I'm super grateful for that. The challenges, the biggest challenge I want to say is honestly, it's just mentally. Just mentally, it's between the ears. And of course, life likes to life. Especially when you're trying to improve yourself, make incremental improvements in your life. That's when life wants to life hardest. The stress of work has been really getting to me, impacting just everything I'm doing. It feels like, and creating a bunch of negative thought patterns. But we are in control of those thoughts, and we are able to, flip those negative thought patterns. Honestly, whenever we want, we are in full control of those thought patterns, day in and day out. And it's about counting our wins, right? Work stressful, yeah. Life stressful, sure. Family, there's always going to be stress there. Kids, relationships, things like that. There's always going to be stress. But showing up is a win. Losing even 0.1 pound. Uh, Drinking 10 more ounces of water today than you did yesterday. And that's a win. Hitting your nutrition goals for the day and you didn't yesterday. That's a win. Learning with the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs as they go is part of what we do. Part about why we do it. And it's so important to just remember that there's always wins along the way. Are you in a better mood before or after the gym? After. Win. Are you in a better mood when you don't go at all? No. Lost. But just going is a win. Relationships getting better. That's a win. And there's really no one size fits all, right? Because as dads, we're busy, right? Work, family, other commitments, things like that. For myself, there's many. There's being a dad, husband, serving at church, podcasting, obviously, pretty big hobby of mine. And then of course my other show that I don't talk about too much on this show is the Evergreen Report podcast. And of course trying to make content, things like that, and keep up with social media and all those fun things is always a challenge. So there's no one size fits all answers that I can give you for balancing. You just kind of do it. You just kind of do it. And that's the most important part there is no matter what, you do it. But once you have those things in check, like fitness, your diet, your health, those other things seem to just fall in place. and they're a little bit easier to do because you're not slogging through them as much. You have the energy for them. You have the readiness for them, and you're not like fighting with yourself to get your ass in gear and to put some effort into it. Is it just comes naturally, and your butt's already in gear to do it. So I think that's really important. A second thing here is just a overall kind of mindset thing that I wanted to share on this little update here. I thought was really important. So I just mentioned the barbell, right? And the workouts this last week were pretty tough. I hadn't touched a barbell probably in 10 years. I was nervous for some of these cable exercises because they looked unfamiliar. There was pull-ups. I haven't done a pull-up in a long time, and they were really difficult. And like I said, I got really comfortable with the dumbbell workouts and what we were doing. The first few weeks of the program. And I'm like, okay, cool, I can do this. But at the same time, I was also in my head like, okay, this is boring. I'm challenging myself. I'm pushing myself. But at the same time, like, I want to do something different. Well, I got something different. I didn't even have to ask for it. I got it. And I had to tell myself time and time again is just just try it. Just go and do it. I skipped a workout because I was intimidated by it. And I did it the next day. I did two in one day just to make up for it and make sure I got my workouts in. But in my head, I was just like, this is too much. This is too overwhelming. Just skip it. What what's that? What's Don't do it. No point. But who does that help? That doesn't help me. That's not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to skip workouts. I didn't sign up to skip meals. I didn't sign up to not, commit and do my part of this and let myself, essentially do all this work for nothing in the end, right? Because the most important part is just showing up for myself. I'm only there to push myself. There's no one there to, hold my hand along the way. Yes, there's support and things like that, but it's really important to have that as well for yourself. So that mindset kind of came into focus, and part of it was also, all these people are watching you. They're going to look at you struggle or lifting like weights, or you're this big dude. You should be able to lift heavy, lift strong, be strong, kind of thing. But then it hit me. No one's looking at me. No one's paying attention. No one's worried about what I'm doing. No one honestly cares how heavy or how not heavy I lift. Every single person there, maybe there's some judgmental people, right? Because there's judgmental people in every crowd, but not everyone there is there to judge you when you're trying to better yourself, right? Because each and every single person there is trying to do the same thing in some way, shape, or form. If they're there to judge, then that's on them. They can deal with that. That's not for you to worry about. And also let them judge. Despite what your brain's telling you. And I guess just to end here is a scripture that stuck with me lately. Romans chapter 7 and 8. There's some really good voices here. This is Paul talking to the Romans. And it's a really great example of getting rid of the condemnation in your head. The devil trying to get to you. The devil, Satan, he doesn't want you to do well. Especially when you start to do well, he will go even harder to bring you back down. He will go extra hard at you, your self confidence, your self esteem, or self worth, and tell you you're worthless, tell you you're not good enough, tell you there's no point, tell you to just give it up and to not push because he doesn't want you to become better. He doesn't want you to become, talking to dads here, better husbands, better fathers, better people, better servants that you're designed to be. He wants to keep you down. He wants you to be, less. He wants you to feel less. He wants you to be easily breakable, easily moldable, so he can tear down your confidence and get you to succumb to his temptation. And ultimately, we have to remember that, especially because I'm posting this, night before Easter, the blood covers us. Christ died on the cross for each and every one of us. And that blood covers us. It covers us through that condemnation. Yes, we're sinners. Yes, we're not perfect, but that's okay. We're not meant to be. We're not designed to be perfect. That's why we have the blood. That's why we have the cross. That's why we have the atonement. That's why we have, the resurrection. It's a big part of overcoming these challenges, these mental condemnations here. And I just want to end this with just telling you, the Lord is with all of us always. He's with you. And I think it's just so important to remember that when those thoughts come, they are from a place of evil that's trying to take you down, bring you down, keep you low, but overcoming that is what you need. One thing that I'm personally doing to overcome that is switching my workout playlist. Typically, I'll go to the gym, I'll listen to podcasts, things like that. I actually stopped doing that this week. Uh, Even though it's a great time to listen to podcasts and get some caught up on some of the podcasts I like to listen to, I decided, these thoughts have been so much. I need to essentially put more good in to get good out. And so I started listening to actually a Christian workout station. And honestly, it's helped my focus. And the reason for that is because God and our Savior, they pump us up, right? They build us up, they change us, and they work us to become the men that we're designed to become. And so with that, I just want to let you guys know these are the men I'm doing these programs with and working with and going through with Coach Max here. These guys are now, brothers to me. We're here for each other. Mindset shift is absolutely huge. We're looking forward to this upcoming challenge that we have of a mindset challenge here. So I'm really excited for consistency is key challenge, second our wins. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really interesting. But I think that's all I got. So that's Fitness Update today. Go and copy a couple polos. Cody Young Dad, great present for Father's Day. Great present for really anyone, any time of year's birthdays, or just treat yourself a little bit. You lost a couple extra pounds. You want to get a new shirt, new polo, look good, feel good. Four Fathers has you covered. Use code Young Dad. You can get this polo. This is the Batters Up one. Great for baseball season, which just started recently. So great to get out there and go. Show your support for a small business. Show your support for the podcast at the same time. So until then, catch you next time right here on the podcast.